I take the top off. I'm dripping like hot sauce.
I got drunk in this clean mouth. Baby, give me that mean mouth.
Welcome back to another episode of the Down by Zero podcast. I'm here joined by one of your favorite people, JR. How are you doing today, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm in the trolling spirit. I've been trolling everybody today. I'm in a trolling spirit.
Oh, man, it's a good day to troll because there's teams that are on the couch and there's players on their way to Cancun as we speak. So, JR, thank you. Welcome me to the couch, please.
I just want to say, bro, did I not tell you?
No, you didn't. You always hear Ravens are a great regular season team, and it's hard when we end up broken hearted at the end of the season because the same old shit happens every season. Zay Flowers fumble. Mark Andrews drop 2-point conversion. Lamar interception last time we played Buffalo when it was Taron Johnson running it back for 6. It's something every year, but let's not dwell too much on that. We're gonna get to it, but these championship games are now set. Which one of the two are your favorite?
Bills. I think whoever wins out of the Bills and Chiefs is winning the Super Bowl.
For real?
Yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Cam Newton said it too. I agree with him. I think whoever comes out of the AFC is gonna win Super Bowl.
They're meeting up for the third straight time in the playoffs. But this time, can Josh Allen get it done? Because he hasn't been able to in the past.
Yeah. I mean, but he got it again. Got another opportunity. Got to take advantage of it now.
Yep, he's there. He's definitely there. And some other guy who had, is just grabbing and running with his opportunity is Jayden
Daniels. Yep, he's playing phenomenal. I don't think anybody saw what happened coming. I for sure didn't see it coming.
I ain't either.
That was the only game in our predictions that I got wrong.
Yeah, and I look back at dumb things I've said. I've said that the Commanders were frauds when they were like on a little losing skid in the middle of the season, but this team has it rolling and they're peaked at the right time.
Mm-hmm. They Jayden Daniels is playing like a vet. He's playing really good, but they're gonna play against a really good Eagles team.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Let's jump straight into these divisional round matches that happened last week. Jayden Daniels beat a really good Lions team in a shootout.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And no one expected it. The Lions, they actually played good other than Jared Goff making some really questionable turnovers. But, bro, the Commanders just came back with an answer every time.
Every single drive, they came with an answer. Yeah. And turnovers were a big part of the game because I felt like the Lions were getting a little too fancy. They were getting a little too fancy that game because if you remember, one of the interceptions came off of a
trick play.
Yeah. And
Jameson Williams.
Yes, and he threw it horribly. And why would you want a receiver making quarterback decisions in the playoffs? I just don't get it. I think they were being a little too fancy.
I mean, that was the great thing about Ben Johnson, right? He's a great offensive coordinator. He's a great play caller. They scored on a trick play early in the year when Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, not in that game when Teddy Bridgewater came in the game.
Mm-hmm.
They ran that trick play and Jameson Williams scored a touchdown. So it's like, it's good when it works, but when it doesn't work, it's very bad. It makes you look very bad. So it's just in that moment, it's just the worst time to call that trick play.
Yeah, and once these turnovers started piling up, it became a 2-score game. They were always up 10. They were always up 14 towards the end of the game, and I mean, Jayden he didn't let them breathe. He stepped on their necks every time they got in the red zone.
Yeah, and then Terry McLaurin too. He's looking like, man, he might be in the top 5 receivers, bro. The way he's looking, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was Diami Brown too.
Diami Brown's been playing.
Yeah.
Zach Ertz is a very good tight end. He's a very safe tight end. Like he's a safety blanket.
Yeah, and the wonderful thing about this Commanders team, it's Bobby Wagner, it's Austin Eckler, it's Zach Ertz.
The vets.
It's these vets that nobody really believed in them.
Well, no, I said whenever they signed, Ertz was a good signing. I believe Bobby Wagner was a good signing because he's a good vet. He's been around. He can help that defense. Austin Eckler, he was more of like we need to see because he kind of had a regression LA. He was more of a needed to see type guy.
But respectfully, we thought they were washed. In a sense, they were past their prime, but they're contributing to this.
They're one win away from the Super Bowl.
Oh, how exciting does that have to be? Jared Goff makes me feel a little bit better.
Why?
Because he fucked up.
So did Lamar.
So, hey, it makes me feel a little better because, there's 31 other teams feeling the same way I am. Or who's going to feel the same way because only one team wins a Super Bowl.
Oh, no. I think
I find a little comfort in that.
I think y'all just worse.
It's not.
Y'all let us know, Ravens fan. Y'all let us know how y'all, because, man, I was reading the comments of Ravens fans just crying and heartbroken, and it was so beautiful.
Let's talk about it. As devastating as it is, bro, I'm still there. And I can for a fact say that the Ravens played a better ball game than the Bills did.
Not in the first half.
2 Lamar Jackson turnovers, a bad defensive pass interference at the end of the first half against Tre'Davious White, which was phantom as fuck. That wasn't a pass interference, and it gave him that lead, that 21-10 lead at the end of the half, when it could have just been 17-10, one score. But no, it was 21-10. That's fine. We got it rolling. We got it rolling towards in the second half. You can say we did because we did.
Y'all did, yeah, but y'all put yourself in a hole.
Yeah. Derrick Henry, he only had 16 carries. Despite Justice Hill playing like really good ball, he was in there averaging 10 yards a carry his first 6 touches. Like it was pretty impressive, but I see people saying that, man, why do we stop giving Derrick Henry the ball? No, I think Todd Monken ran what he needed to ran when he needed to. And I think it was a well game plan. It's just the turnovers. And Mark Andrews old.
Oh, no, other than the first drive where y'all scored a touchdown, Bateman, and then like the last 2 drives, Lamar did not play a good game in between that. He had the 2 bad turnovers. And then y'all's first drive, when y'all got the ball back out of halftime, when y'all got the stop, Lamar really didn't do nothing. That's when y'all started opening up the run game. I think y'all ran the ball like 9 times down the field, and Derrick Henry scored, right? That's who scored y'all's touchdown? Derrick Henry? Yeah, Derrick Henry. That was just straight because y'all ran the ball. And then after that, I think y'all was in desperation mode. That's why y'all started passing the ball again. That's when Lamar had the last 2 good drives. But, like, you can't have the mistakes you had. Like, Lamar did not play a good game. Like, people keep putting it on Mark Henry. Not Mark Henry. On Mark Henry. Mark Andrews. I mean, yeah, he had a bad fumble, very bad fumble, and then he had the drop. But what led up to that? Y'all should not have been in that. It shouldn't have gotten to that point. The interception he throws, you said it didn't lead to points. How do y'all know y'all don't score a touchdown? Y'all just scored a touchdown the drive before. Y'all could have got a field goal. Y'all could have got a touchdown again. He throws a terrible ball to nobody, and it comes to an interception. It's the same thing with Justin Herbert. 3 interceptions the whole season. Playoff game, you throw 4. You get to Lamar Jackson, no games in the whole season, regular season, with 2 turnovers in any game. 2 turnovers in a big playoff game.
I wouldn't call it choking, though, bro. I don't feel like Lamar choked at all this game. He just turned the football over. And that's one thing Josh Allen didn't do.
Josh Allen played a sound game.
Yes. And every time they got into the red zone, you could rely big on Josh Allen's legs.
Yep.
On big 3rd down conversions, we've seen it. On 4th down conversions, that's what makes the wheels go for that Bills team. And it's pretty impressive when they get into the red zone and score all them points.
I mean,
on those little pushes. I hate that shit.
You see like the difference in the like the decision making, right? Like the fumble Lamar had, he tried to make a play out of a bad play, right?
Play super, yes.
You were gonna lose 3-4 yards already, right? But then you tried to like keep the ball in your hands, and you're trying to, you're holding the ball with one hand. You know what I'm saying? You're putting the ball at risk. When the Bills were at the 1 yard line when they try to end the game on touchdown, right? At the end of the game, you know what I'm talking about? When y'all stopped them on the one.
Yeah.
Josh Allen ran the ball, and James Cook was like right behind him. He could have pitched it back, and maybe they score, right? You never know what happens because James Cook is right there. But that's a high risk play of being a turnover or being, a good play, but you don't want to risk it, so he didn't do it. He was about to throw it, then he kept it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference between Josh Allen and Lamar, and you see the difference in results, and I think that's what hurt y'all.
Yeah. The stats say it, bro. The stats say it. We outrushed him, outpassed him. You know what I'm saying? Time of possession. It was all there for us. Josh Allen only had 130 yards this game.
Because they didn't throw the ball a lot.
Exactly. And it ain't rocket science, bro. It's a simple game. Don't turn the ball over, and you're most likely gonna win in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even if he catches the 2-point conversion, who says y'all win? I mean, y'all tie the game, but who says y'all win? It's not like that would have won y'all the game. They would have got the ball. How much time was left? Like a minute plus?
A minute 30.
Who says they don't go down and score or get a field goal?
Yes, I understand that.
So, I mean, it's just another game from the Ravens that they lost. Like, they beat themselves. Yep. And this is what we've been talking about for the past few years.
Exactly. It's tragic, man. It leaves me speechless. Leaves me heartbroken. I cried, fam. I cried dead ass. Because the same old shit, just disappointment. You can't win. You can't win with 3 turnovers, and that showed. I feel like it's a theme in all these playoff games. If you get a ball away 2+ times, you're not gonna win the game.
Mm-hmm. And then y'all had the 2-point. Y'all missed the 2-point conversion earlier that y'all went for. I think the ball got tipped when Lamar tried to throw it.
Yeah, and that's a bad one. That's on John Harbaugh. That falls a little on him because you can wait for the 2-point conversion in a sense, but you missing that one there, that put more pressure on you to get it.
At the end of the game, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and one more thing. Cutting off half of the field, like on that 2-point conversion and rolling out right, I hate that play. Because you cut half the field. And the defense only has to worry about one section of the field for these 2-point plays. And John Harbaugh, I know you've seen the clips where it's like 2018, 2022, 2024 of like Mark Andrews dropping these 2-point conversions. He sold, bro. I feel bad. I don't feel bad. He gets paid millions to do what he does. I don't want to hear this bullshit that it's rigged. No, I don't want to hear. It's not rigged. I don't want to hear none of this that Vegas told him to drop it. No, Mark Andrews is a pro amongst pros, bro. Like he's a pro's pro, so he has to take it worse than anybody. Pause. But I seen Lamar on the bench trying to tell him it's on all of us. It's not just on Mark. We can't keep dropping the ball, bro. We're not gonna win like that.
It wasn't just on him, bro. I see that too. I mean, his just came at the worst moment, but y'all made a lot of mistakes as a team. Lamar, Derrick Henry took forever to get going. Like, he wasn't the only one to, his just came at a big moment, really. That's the difference.
He sold. He definitely 1,000% sold the game. But, again, it's on everybody. Everybody had a little part in why we didn't win. And with this core that the Ravens got, I'm sure we'll be back. Exit interviews, DaCosta, he's optimistic. He said that he wants to go get a safety in the draft, someone to pair with Kyle Hamilton and Ardarius, which I absolutely love, and that we're coming back with a vengeance next year.
Y'all done said that the past 5 years.
Nah,
y'all turning into the Cowboys, bro. Every year, this is our year. This is what y'all saying. Every season, this is our season. You literally said it like 2 weeks ago. We're gonna win it this all. We're gonna take it all. This is our year. Womp womp. Once again.
Lamar Jackson, 3-5 playoff record.
You know who his 3 playoff wins are against?
Who?
A rookie C.J. Stroud, Ryan Tannehill, and Russell Wilson. He has yet to beat an elite quarterback. He has yet to beat a Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. We ain't even going to talk about anybody in the NFC because he ain't even getting close to seeing a Super Bowl.
And you said it. You said it last pod. You said that Patrick Mahomes went into Highmark Stadium and beat the Bills. Joe Burrow went to Buffalo and beat the Bills. Lamar could not go into Buffalo and beat the Bills. So take that as you will.
Not going to say it doesn't make him elite. He's obviously elite.
Yeah.
But it tells you something. I don't know what it tells you, but it tells you something. Does it not?
It's something.
Yeah,
I mean,
that says something.
Yeah.
And I think Josh Allen winning should make him the favorite to win MVP. That's just my opinion. I mean, do you really get excited if Lamar wins MVP again?
I don't. No, at this point, no. Like, but it's something that we can hang our hat on. Like as Ravens fans, like yeah, MVP3, like Lamar winning his third one. It's nice, but it ain't the ultimate goal. And I bet the Ravens staff feel the same way.
He got to beat an elite team. He hasn't done it yet.
Playing in those conditions too, bro. It's like the ball's a brick, basically. It's not an excuse. Not having Zay Flowers, you know what I'm saying? It's not an excuse, but it's factual. We don't have one of our best playmakers, and it's just tough. It's a tough environment to go win. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
I would. Raven fan, that's what y'all get.
Then again, you know, if Lamar Jackson it was in the NFC, he'd already been to the Super Bowl 3-4 times.
Probably NFC's kind of trash.
I know. Let's talk about it. The Eagles, Saquon all over the Rams.
Bro, you're right. No. Shout out Saquon. You know, he's him.
Yeah.
If the Eagles want to win the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts got to get his shit together, bro. I said this before the playoffs. I said the only question mark I have with the Eagles is Jalen Hurts and throwing the ball. If the Eagles don't win the Super Bowl, it's going to be because of Jalen Hurts. I promise you. There's no reason why they should not win the Super Bowl. They have everything they need to be a Super Bowl winning team. A great defense. They have a good coaching staff. They have a great running back. And they have good receivers. This guy has to get them the ball, bro.
He played a subpar game again.
I mean,
in the wild card round, he threw 21 times. In this game, he only threw 20 times. Efficient nonetheless, but that ain't gonna get it done.
It's not gonna get it done, bro. I know the weather played a factor into it. Yes, I understand that, but like at the same time, Matthew Stafford didn't have a problem with the weather, especially that last drive. He almost led them to win that game.
Right.
So like Jalen Hurts gotta step it up, bro. Right. To be honest, you can really say Jalen Hurts is the worst quarterback out of the 4 quarterbacks in the playoffs right now.
You could.
I'd probably go Mahomes. Well, I'd probably go Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jayden Daniels, and then Jalen Hurts. They can't win with just running the ball. They can't.
I mean, they can.
They can't, bro. They can't.
Because they've been doing it. Saquon's, bro, you know how you said Joe Mixon's a workhorse? Mm-hmm. This guy is the ultimate workhorse.
He's a work, but they almost lost that game because of Jalen Hurts not being able to like win the game. Because they tried the last possession when it was like kill clock. Mm-hmm. They tried to run the ball 3 times. It didn't work. Mm-hmm. If Jalen Hurts was a good thrower, if that was like Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, you could be like, all right, we can run a pass play because they have good weapons. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, he has good weapons. And this is a game Jalen Hurts is going to have to step up.
Yeah.
Because, hey, the way Jayden Daniels is playing, they're going to put points up.
Oh, bro, 1,000.
They're going to put points up. Yeah. So, hey, Jalen Hurts going to have to step up, bro. I'm serious.
Oh, yeah. And probably your most accurate take of last week's score predictions was the Chiefs beating the Texans.
Was it that one or was it the...
It was both. The Rams won and the Chiefs won.
That one? I think I was close with y'all's too.
Oh, that one too.
Yeah, I think the only one I was really off with was the Lions and
because that one was a shootout.
Yeah.
But Chiefs, they beat a Texans team that I think, in my opinion, overachieved.
Overachieved?
Yeah.
No, I think they underachieved.
Really?
Yeah, they should have went further, but I know their injuries played a part. Tank Dell is gone, Stephon Diggs is gone, but they got a bad offensive line. But they got a really good defense. I mean, their offensive line was good last year, so I don't know what the problem is this year. You can talk about the referees and Patrick Mahomes, and I am getting tired of that shit.
Yes,
but,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but they weren't gonna win that game, in my opinion. They weren't gonna win that game, even if they were not to get those calls were not to be called.
Oh man, it was ridiculous. There's like fucking pages on, not pages, but there's multiple examples of like the Chiefs getting a really big call and a really big like that'll make you raise your eyebrows. And DeMeco Ryans said it himself post game interview. He said we knew what we were walking into heading into game. It was us against everybody.
Joe Mix knows that of all people because he done. This like the 3rd time he done been in there. He 2 with us, now with Houston.
Yep.
So yeah, it's kind of getting ridiculous, and it needs to be. I think refs need to be held accountable for, making mistakes, because there's been a lot of mistakes this year that have lost a lot of games. But the only team to beat the Chiefs this year was Buffalo. So
I'm excited. Predictions a little later, but those are your 4 divisional games that happened last week. All right. I'm good. I'm good. It's so sad, man. It's so sad.
Ed ignored me for some days.
Yeah, I'm over it. I'm over it now.
Wah, wah,
All
wah.
right. Yeah, shut the fuck up. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this segment. Oh, let's talk about these head coaches.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's a lot of head. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of head coaching moves. The Cowboys. Oh my, Cowboy fans hate it. They hate it, and I feel bad for them. I don't know what Jerry Jones is thinking, bro. Maybe he pans out good. I don't know. I don't know too much about him, but I like the Ben Johnson move to Chicago.
Oh yeah, that's probably the most prominent one because Ben Johnson, he's like this. He's
mastermind.
He's mastermind. The glorified, like he's the kid.
Yeah, and then you give that to Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
they just need to go fix up their offensive line. I like that. I really did like that move from them.
Yeah. Brian Schottenheimer, he's taking over what Mike McCarthy kind of built, but he's bringing in guys like Matt Eberflus to his staff.
I think that was a good pickup. I like Matt as a defensive coordinator. As a head coach, I'm not really a fan of Matt Eberflus, but as a defensive coordinator, I am. I kind of was like open to him to come to Cincinnati.
You think his leash is long, Schottenheimer?
No.
Think it's like 1 year because Gerard Mayo, he was one and done.
Yeah. I think it's like that.
It's okay
because everybody's already questioning it, and if they have another year like they did this year, he probably won't stay. Okay. But it's also on Jerry Jones to go make the right moves and get the right pieces for that team because that team has a lot of holes they need to fill.
Yeah.
So it's more than just the head coach, but I was not a fan of the head coaching pickup.
Mike Vrabel, Patriots new head coach.
I like it.
I think he brings a good attitude to that team.
Young team.
Yeah.
Drake May, I like it. And then, he played there. That's a great pickup. Glenn Davis.
Ah, yes. Glenn.
I feel more bad for him. Because, bro, that Jets team seems like that Jets team seems like, I don't know, bro. I don't really know how I feel about it. But it seems like every coach that gets hired by the Jets ends up being gone.
A la Robert Saleh.
Who is now in San Francisco as a defensive coordinator.
Which is a
great pickup.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, that's very solid. Where'd Aaron Glenn come from?
He was on the Lions. He was defensive coordinator.
Damn, so the Lions the season hasn't even ended and they've already lost their OC and their DC.
Bro, those guys signed what's his name? Ben Johnson, I'm sorry. Ben Johnson signed his contract like 2 days later.
Bro, I don't want to get into a rabbit hole in this, but do you think that coordinators should be able to interview for teams during their postseason runs?
I mean, yeah, I don't see why not. Maybe, as long as they stay focused on what they're supposed to do, right? I don't see why not.
Well, it's not to say you get distracted in your whole future. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, because let's say that happens, right? And then they go, like, after the Detroit loss, people were questioning if Glenn Davis and Ben Johnson were still going to get head coaching positions because of how bad they lost. And because, they lost to a team they were supposed to beat. But they still ended up, but that can happen, right? Maybe you have an interview with a team, your team plays that Sunday, and boom, you lay an egg, right? Let's say you're a defensive coordinator, and your team lets up 40 points, and maybe that team that interviewed for a head coaching spot doesn't want you no more. So, I think it's more like you have to play good, right? You have to continue to show why you're capable of being a head coach.
Okay, I see. I see where you're coming from. Along with Mike Vrabel being their coach, they hired a new defensive coordinator, Terrell Williams. And who did they get as that? Josh McDaniels as their OC.
Man, he's been there hasn't he been there 2-3 times already? No, I don't know.
Nah.
I think he's been there before though. I heard he's a good coach, offensive good coach.
That's what's up. I mean, if you're the Patriots, you're doing the right thing because you're getting these new guys and trying to build a new culture.
Yeah.
Al Golden. Who's this guy?
He was the Notre Dame defensive coordinator
Okay.
for the last 3 years.
Replacing Lou Anarumo.
Yeah,
And where did he go?
Indianapolis
Wow. To be their coach?
defensive coordinator.
Oh, okay.
So, Al Gordon, he was with us when we went to the Super Bowl as our linebacker coach. So he's familiar with, and that's when Logan Wilson and Jermaine Pratt were at their best. So, he's coming in familiar with them.
Yeah.
And then, I don't hate it. And at Notre Dame for the past 3 years, they were the number one pass defense. So, obviously they were pretty good out in Notre Dame. And then they went on a run in the college football playoffs and, went to the championship. They lost, but they lost to a great fucking team.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited for him. Hopefully he can do a good job. We need to bring the right pieces around him, though.
That's true. He's giving me, well, even though he's a defensive coordinator, like Todd Monken, when we hired him,
Yeah.
he won a national championship with Georgia before going to the Ravens. So these coaches that are college football based, they make good head coaches in the NFL.
Pete Carroll,
Yes.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Give me that crazy divisional
Andy Reid,
stat you were saying. Yeah.
Pete Carroll, Jim Harbaugh, and then Sean Payton.
They got some names over there.
Them 4 Hall of Famers, dog.
They got
4
some,
Hall of
they
Famers.
got some names over there for real.
So, Las Vegas, I don't think a coach is going to help them. They need to make the right moves. That's what's going to help them. A coach will help them. He'll bring in a culture, his experience. He'll help. He will help them, but, they also need to help themselves by bringing in the right pieces for him, starting with a quarterback.
Starting with a quarterback is the most important thing.
So
look at Sean Payton. Sean Payton, he didn't need Bo Nix. They needed each other.
Yeah, because now look at Bo Nix. They got their quarterback for the future, and they went to playoffs this year.
Yeah.
So shout out to them.
Pretty much it. Liam Cohen.
I don't know too much about him.
He was the former
offensive coordinator
for the Bucks.
Right.
Yeah. So
I don't know how I feel about that, bro.
Young hire, Jacksonville Jaguars, new head coach.
Shout out to all these coaches, man. It's been a lot of coaching moves. I'm ready for free agency to tap in so we can see these moves.
Yeah, to see how they really rebuild. Dan Quinn last year, we were like, is he really gonna work? But you seen the progress he's made this whole season. And goddamn, he's a really good head coach.
And they have a quarterback who's on a rookie contract. This is when you need to go build around that quickly. They need to go all in. Because once he's eligible to get paid, he's going to get paid.
Goddamn.
That's if he performs, the way he is, next year and, continues to perform the way he is now. He will get paid. And so they need to build around him now while he's on that rookie contract.
Best landing spots for these free agents. You ready to start?
Let's do it.
All right. Stephon Diggs. He's going to be a free agent coming into this next season.
I know it sounds well, maybe he goes back to Houston, but I know it sounds crazy, but I would love to see him go to Dallas.
Would you, huh?
I'd love to see him go to Dallas.
Yeah, okay.
They need a weapon. They need another, someone over there to pair up with CD because their weapons are weak other than CD and Ferguson. Why not go get Diggs?
Why not?
A dream offseason for the Cowboys would be get Diggs, draft Austin Jinsey.
Yeah. And then boom, you replace two big lulls of what you needed this year.
And with 2 really good, pieces.
Yeah. No. That'd be.
So if I was a Cowboy fan, that's what I would be dreaming of right now.
Ooh, that'd be clean. I'd like to see Stephon Diggs with that star on his helmet.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So I think he'll go to the Cowboys. Maybe he goes back to Houston.
Number 2, T. Higgins.
He's coming back.
Let's say he doesn't come back.
Places I could see him going: Washington,
Yes.
New England.
Hella cap space.
That's if they don't draft one. They could draft Ted McMillan.
Yeah.
They could go the route of drafting an offensive line and then signing a big receiver like T. I would rather draft a receiver.
Depending. But they do have a lot of cap space heading into next season.
They do, yeah.
So T. Higgins, he's gonna get paid. I don't see the pay cut happening for Cincinnati. I don't see Cincinnati giving 2 huge contracts to their wide receiver 1
It's not.
and their wide receiver 2.
We're not gonna ask him to take a pay cut because we can afford both of them. We can't. We have the cap. We have the cap. It's about the guaranteed money. They don't want to give him the guaranteed money he wants, and that's where it's gonna come in. But again, he fired his agent and he signed with Jamar Chase's agent. So I think that's a sign of saying like we're gonna make this shit work. I haven't come back to Cincinnati, but everybody else does too. But if he does go, the 3 places I have him going, if he doesn't come back, the Chargers, Washington, and New England.
Okay. You see, he be live streaming now.
Yeah, bro, he's hilarious. He cracks me up, bro. I love T.
I like that too. Okay, number 3, Sam Darnold. He's not going back to Minnesota.
You don't think so?
No.
There's a few places he could go. He could go to the Raiders.
Okay.
Oh, there was another one I seen.
Raiders. If they're out on them top 2 quarterbacks, then
they're not gonna be in. They're gonna be gone.
Oh, because they have like what the 5th,
The sixth.
Oh, okay.
I could see him. Yeah, I could see him going to the Raiders for sure.
I could see him going to Cleveland.
He could go to Cleveland. That's the one I was thinking about. Cleveland. Yeah, he could go to Cleveland. He could go to I want to say the Jets, but I don't think he would go back to the Jets.
Nah, right. Nah.
But
well, he could.
He could, yeah, maybe. Cleveland and the Raiders, I think those would be 2 good ones.
I like that.
Maybe Tennessee.
Maybe.
If they want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're so full. I don't know if they're high on drafting a quarterback. They want to give Will Levis another chance, and they're like, let's bring in Sam Darnold just in case. It's a possibility. Because there are a lot of good pieces in this draft. Maybe you go get a Travis Hunter. Maybe you go get a Abdul Carter. You know what I'm saying? Because, there's places he could go sign for real. Maybe he goes to San Fran. Goes back to San Fran. Because, Purdy, he's good, but,
Oh, man, San Fran. I feel like we haven't even talked about them because they were so mid this year.
There's a lot of injuries.
That's true. True. Yeah, CMC. Number 4, Khalil Mack.
That's a question mark.
Where could we see Khalil Mack going if he doesn't go back?
He'll go to a contender.
Yeah. Is he on the older side?
He's on the older side.
Is he pushing past 30?
Because they were talking about he might retire.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Oh, he's 33.
He could go to Washington.
34.
Go to Washington. Maybe if Bobby Wagner retires, they go get a Khalil Mack.
They could. Yeah. Okay. Khalil's more like off. Is he middle linebacker or more off the edge?
He's more off the edge.
Okay. Yeah. I can see him going to a contender as well.
Yeah, he'll probably go to a contender. He's at the later years of his career. Go to a contender for sure, in my opinion.
And now, Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin is set to be a free agent this year. With a whole bunch of moving pieces, it feels like for the Bucs. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. Like, is Chris Godwin essentially gone?
If they don't retain him, 3 places I could see him going: Washington, Chargers, and this is going to be a surprising one, the Ravens.
Ah, yes, I can see that most def. He's one of those receivers that we don't get. Also, Tyreek Hill. I can see Tyreek Hill going to the Ravens.
I don't think he's going to leave.
Maybe he could. Because didn't you say he cleaned out his locker?
He had that whole thing after they lost the last game of the season, right? But then he's already came out and he said like he was just being a competitor and he was mad about the losing, but he wants to be there. And then they went to the front office, they talked to the coach, and I think they cleared everything up. If he leaves, I would be surprised, but I think he'll stay there. Washington is going to be a big landing place for a lot of free agents.
Bro, because it's so attractive.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I could see Washington being in, especially a lot of the receivers.
Okay. Those are the best landing spots for some of these free agents. And there's hella. You could even say, who is it? Keenan Allen or
D-Hop,
Amari Cooper.
Yep.
Matt Judon, you know what I'm saying? Josh Sweat. There's a lot of free agency that needs to be done in these next few months.
Let us know who you want your team to go out and sign. Let us know what you think your team needs to go get.
All right, let's get into these predictions, man. It's not gonna be a long one because it's only
2 games.
It's only 2 games, but 2 of the most exciting games. Are you ready?
course. Let me see if I can hit again or get close to hitting.
All right, let's do it. All right. Championship game predictions. Brought to you by Del Zero. The first game, we have the Commanders going to the link. Going to the link. See me at the link. You know that's what they call it. It's so weird. They lingo over there in Philadelphia. It's so weird. But we got the Commanders going to Philadelphia to go play the Eagles. Divisional rivals. They've seen each other. It'll be the third time they've seen each other. NFC Championship game. What you think, man?
I'm sticking with my gut, and I was going to go the Commanders because I've gone against them every round. But I got to go with my gut. I've picked the Eagles to be in the Super Bowl, and I'm picking them again. I got the Eagles 38-35, a game-winning field goal, walk-off.
This man's a wizard, bro. Y'all heard it here first, for real.
Y'all seen my predictions last video. I only got one wrong. The other three, I was like borderline right. I think I was like a point off of like 2 games.
I could see the game going into the 30s. I could see Saquon getting 2 scores. I could see
A.J. Brown getting one.
So, boom.
I could see Hurts breaking off one.
A few field goals. You know he's going to have a quarter. You know he's going to have a sneak in.
Yeah, exactly. I could
Right.
see Hurts breaking that one.
Sneak in the red zone. I could see 30 points. And Jayden, what did we say earlier? That Jayden and the Commanders are going to put up points.
I think – I'm not trying to sound like a hater now, right? Because I love Jayden Daniels. I've been big on him since he got drafted. I just feel like that turnover is going to come. Like that rookie turnover in a
Ooh, don't
big –
jinx.
I'm not trying to jinx. I hate to say it.
No, I get you, though.
You know what I'm saying? He's been flawless the first 2 games. I don't think he's had a turnover yet. But I have a feeling that turnover is going to come. I hate to say this. I know Commander fans are going to come for me. But you're going to another hostile environment. Who knows what the weather's going to be like. If it's snowing, I think that's going to make things even worse. But I just feel like he's going to have a really big turnover that's going to hurt them.
Okay.
And against the Eagles defense that's really, really good.
Yeah. Since the Ravens are out, I want the Commanders to go to the Super Bowl. I don't care if they win, but I just want to see them shine. All right. The night game or, the late afternoon, how do you call it? The late evening game, early evening game. The Bills are headed to Arrowhead to go play the Chiefs. Oh my God. This is they've met in the playoffs before, JR.
And Patrick Mahomes has won every time.
How confident are we that this is the Bills' season to go to the Super Bowl and get the job done?
I have been on the Bills since preseason. I have been on Josh Allen since preseason. I had picked him for my preseason MVP. I'm sticking with my gut. I'm going the Bills. 28-21.
Mahomes only scoring. All right, that offense only scoring about 3 touchdowns, maybe 2 and a few field goals. JR, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hey, man, I haven't been wrong about Josh Allen all year.
You're right. If not now, then when, Buffalo fans? Because at this point, bro, the Bills, they've been scratching, they've been clawing, they've been trying to get to the Holy Land, and this is their best chance.
This is their best chance. I think this might be their last chance. It's hard, bro. It's hard to get to the AFC Championship. This is what I was talking about the other day with someone. Like, if we was as a Bengals fan, I would love to be in the NFC. I ain't gonna lie to you, because, bro, NFC sounds kind of,
no, soft, not soft, but
a lot easier than the AFC.
Less talented.
So, to be there again, Josh Allen, especially with their team, not saying they have a bad team, but their team is not the most, they don't have the most talent. And he's really dragging them. He really is. So.
Hey, play flawless football again this week. Limit your turnovers, score every time you're in the red zone. They have a really good chance, bro.
Yeah. 28-21 Buffalo.
All right. I would have said 28-24. Maybe give Kansas City another field goal, but all right. I like the.
I mean, y'all only scored what, 23?
The courage. It was 25-27.
Oh, y'all scored 25?
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of held y'all to not so many points.
The weather played a big part too.
It did. It'll probably be cold. It'll probably be cold in Arrowhead too.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a crazy environment. So those are our predictions for championship weekend. Let us know who you got. Let us know your score predictions, and let's see. Put your score predictions in the comments, and let's if you get them right, we'll give you a shout out.
I was talking to somebody who DM'd us on Instagram, and he was saying he wanted our opinion on like the Ravens and the Bills, and I mean, I told him straight up. I think that I thought Mark Andrews sold the game, that the Bills were a better team in the red zone, and that you can't win with 3 turnovers in a playoff game. And he was just like, yeah, and we talked about it. It was pretty cool interaction.
Just like a fan?
Yeah,
Okay.
just talking about the outcome of these games.
Yeah, bro. Let's talk about it. We like to talk about it with y'all.
All right, draft is. You can never talk about the draft too soon. So
3 months away.
A lot of draft coverage, a lot of free agency coverage. We already see these coaches going places. Man, what an exciting time! And we still have three games of national football to be played.
Mm-hmm.
What an exciting time! The finalists for these awards, they've already came out. What is it? We obviously know the MVP ones, but the offensive rookie of the years, you got Malik Neighbors.
He's in it?
Jayden Daniels, and the other LSU receiver. Who is it? Brian Thomas.
Oh, you talking about rookies?
Yeah.
Offensive rookies?
They're all
okay.
They're all nominated for the award.
I'm pretty sure Brock Bowers is in there.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
But we already know who's going to win that.
Jaden. Yeah.
MVP?
Yeah.
Who?
It's toss-up, Josh or Lamar. I think, bro, they're going to give it to Lamar. Because he won the NFL AP Writers MVP.
I still got
award.
Josh.
We'll see.
Comeback player of the year will be Joe Burrow.
I can see that.
Unfortunately, even though I don't like that award, but
Can you win multiple? Because I know Joe Burrow's.
He's won it already.
Joe Burrow's in. Oh, has he?
Yeah, he won it already.
He's in it for MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year. How the hell you get nominated so many times?
Because he's the best quarterback in the league.
The other comeback players, Sam Darnold,
He could win it.
J.K. Dobbins, Christian Gonzalez, and DeMar Hamlin again for some reason.
He's had a good year.
That's what's up.
He's had a good year.
Again, though?
He's in it again?
Yeah, he was in the last year, too.
Oh, well, he's had a good year, though. So
yeah. A lot of exciting stuff. Audio, Apple Podcast, please check it out. It's awesome actually working out and listening to football when you're doing something else, whether you're grocery shopping, like showering, walking your dog. It's fun to listen to these football sports podcasts, and maybe y'all could give us a try. If you're on YouTube, just subscribe. 2,400 subs. It's amazing. The shorts been getting buzz, and I see it's bringing a lot of interaction and traction to a lot of people who want to give their opinion on a platform. So that's what's up. Yeah,
we want y'all's opinion. We want to interact with y'all. A lot of people who do pods don't interact back with their fans. We want to interact back with y'all. And I don't know, personal, let's talk, none of that. We want to talk sports. Tell us your opinion. We're going to tell y'all our opinion, and we can talk about it. It's fun. So it's an exciting time for football. Even if your team's not in it, again, we could talk draft, free agency. We could talk all that. Football, just because football season's over does not mean football season is over.
Yes, exactly. I put a pretty little picture. If you're on YouTube right here, it's amazing. Watch these games. Stick around. A lot of exciting things are coming, Unc. Anything else you want to say?
Just keep showing love. We appreciate it.
All right. Well, if that's it, thank you for listening again. See you next time. We're Celtics fans. Of course, Philadelphia is our little brother. Fuck the process.